Look into the mirror, it never lies. You're a pirate, can't you see that this is no disguise?
But Nigel, this video is not even about Donkey Kong.
Hey! Shut up and roll the intro. Hey everybody, welcome to Krappy Review, the only show that has the word review in it, but instead of actually getting a review, you get this crap.
Unbelievable! Absolute madness!
If you ask me, that's better than getting a review. Anyways, I would love to continue this show, but the game I'm doing requires 2 players, and since I have no friends, I cannot play this game. So see you next time, next month, whatever, bye!
But Nigel, I can play with you.
You're not even in the same room, Jeremy.
But don't you know that modern technology allows the world to collaborate without the need to be in the same room?
Wow, that's nifty! Well, since it appears that through the power of technology, Jeremy will be able to play this game with me, I will reveal the game we are playing. That game is Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers for the NES.
Let's do this!
So as you all probably guessed, this game is based off the cartoon Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, which was first released in the late 80s and ended in the early 90s. All of the main characters, Chip, Dale, Monty, Gadget, and even Zipper make an appearance in this game. The NES game was met with mostly positive reviews, and I get it, it's a genuinely fun game that's nice to look at. But I've never had a chance to play this game with someone else, so I'm curious to see how playing with someone else enhances the Chip 'n Dale experience. So what exactly is the plot of this game? Well, the Rescue Rangers are informed that their hot neighbor Mandy has lost their cat, so Chip and Dale go out to save the cat.
That's messed up. Can you actually explain what the game says?
Fine there. Cute little neighbor Mandy has lost her cat and now it's up to the Rescue Rangers to save it. But if you ask me, they're totally trying to hit that.
No one asked you.
So this game has it all. You can throw apples at stuff, boxes at stuff, you can throw boxes at your friend which stuns them long enough for an enemy to hit them.
You're a jerk.
I'm sorry, but this game element is just too hard to avoid. Every now and then you'll come across these special looking boxes. Sometimes Zipper the flying bug will pop out and start kicking every enemy's ass. If you're too sick of throwing random junk at robot dogs, don't worry. This game has puzzles. Look at all this puzzling we're doing. Yeah, buddy.
That wasn't really a puzzle, Nigel.
Totally was. I had to use the ins and outs of my brain just to solve it. Also, I'm kinda late at mentioning this, but these boxes you throw can only be thrown once. You can also hold down to use them as a shield so that once enemies hit you, they'll automatically die. However, this uses up your box, leaving you weaponless after.
But there is one item that is so awesome, it makes Captain America's shield look as pathetic as a single banana from Mario Kart.
These concrete boxes do not break or run out ever. You can just repeatedly use them as a death shield. You can repeatedly throw them too, but they're not the best throwing items.
But who cares? Long range is for scrubs. Can you hurry up, Nigel?
There's boxes in the way. Ah! I died! You killed me!
You were taking forever.
What the hell is this first boss? There's some human centipede shenanigans going on here.
I don't see the comparison.
It's probably for the best. Hey Jeremy, can you guess where its weakness is?
The super obvious shiny colorful green ball?
Yep, gotta love them obvious weak points.
Wait a minute, if there's only one usable throwing item during bosses, isn't having 2 players on screen kinda pointless?
Pretty much. One character kills the boss, the other one just has to hope they don't die by all the random projectiles being thrown everywhere. At the end of every level, you get the same bonus game every time with an extra life in the same spot every time. It's really nothing to write home about. Oh no, Fat Cat only used the lost cat as a trick to lure us in. He kidnapped Gadget. She'll be inventing things for me now. That's so dirty. Now we are introduced to our world map. This is actually super cool. You can take a short route and beat the game quickly, or if you want to have a more difficult, longer playing session, you can try clearing all the levels. This is basically an open world game, guys. Screw you, Elder Scrolls.
Can we get to the part where we briefly explain every level now?
Sure. Zone A is a tree level. There's a bunch of kindergarten-looking worms munching around, and there's also these radical flying squirrels who will wreck your face if you don't get out of their way. The boss is a Noctowl from Pokemon. Zone B is a bar-esque level. The gimmick is that you have to turn these water taps off because Chip and Dale apparently die when they touch water. These baby bears shoot acid at you from these badass cannons. Zone B also has the hardest boss in the game, this freaking UFO. Zone C is a library level with a bunch of kangaroos shooting balls at you with tennis rackets. I honestly don't see the relationship between libraries and tennis. Zone D is a terrifying land where these bears, who I hope are just toys, are trapped in these boxes. This is the hardest part of the game because you have to jump so perfectly. Ugh! Also, Zone D is home to these really jacked turkeys who punch boxes at your face, and these freaky carpet rabbits. Zone D's boss's weakness is very inconsistent. Sometimes he takes damage, sometimes he doesn't. Zone E has messed up pinecone babies and a boat. That boat's pretty awesome. Also, the game tries to be Terraria. Look, I even built a little house. Zone E's boss is a Whiskash from Pokemon again. Zone F is dumb. F Zone F. Zone G is the casino. The enemies consist of fedora-wearing crocodiles and football rhinos. Also, you can mess around with the physics in this level. The boss is really hard until you discover that you can beat it by standing on one spot. GG. So after we save Gadget and execute the Mars 1 mission, except we totally don't go to Mars, we land back in this linear 4-level land. Now let me explain these levels. Zone H is a sewery level with aliens and crabs. Zone I has cups and these amazing pelican guys that throw boxes back at you. The sassy bastards. Zone J is a really bullshit factory level. Luckily, the boss has the same stupid pattern as the casino boss. So in other words, you can kill him without moving at all.
Well, Nigel, that was quite the adventure. What was your verdict on the game?
Well, I'm fond of how you get to select the levels you play, and I like the soundtrack, and the weapons are pretty fun to use, but...
But what?
Since we were playing multiplayer, we had to constantly wait for each other, and we were throwing boxes at each other, and it made it hard, and things were all wonky and fast-paced and all over the place. It's hard to pay attention to everything at once. It was frustrating.
Dude, sorry. I tried my best, okay?
I know you did, and it's really not your fault, man, but every time we just wanted to progress through a level, all we did was slow each other down and stress each other out. I feel like they didn't try very much with this multiplayer, and simultaneous multiplayer on the NES can be done well. Just look at Contra and Double Dragon. Those are great multiplayer games. So the verdict, it's a fun game, but I recommend playing it by yourself. And with that being said, get out of here, Jeremy.
Fine. I didn't like playing with you anyways.
Well, that was neat, I guess. Anyways, it's time for me to end this video. Goodbye.